everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm really excited to officially start my first tutorial, which is how to make your own clip-in. This is the worst. This is like that ugly, awkward length that every girl knows that they hate. Sorry, if you like your hair this length, I'm sorry. I actually feel really bad for saying that. Oh no, it doesn't look bad on everyone, but it looks bad on me. Whatever the reason is that you want to make clip-ins, this is the perfect video for you. Hope you enjoy. See you soon. Also, as a reminder, all items are in the description box below. Okay, so for this tutorial, you guys are going to need 1 to 2 packs of weaving hair. Depending on how often you plan on using these clip-ins will depend on how much you really want to spend on the hair. Obviously, the more you spend, the better quality the hair is going to be. But if you're only going to wear them a few times, I suggest getting a synthetic blend. It can still take a little bit of heat, and they're fairly inexpensive. The packs you see in the picture are a synthetic blend, and they were only $15 a pack. You'll also need a C-shaped needle or a sewing needle and thread. Make sure the thread you get can fit through the hole of the needle. You'll also need hair extension clips, 3 to 4 packs should work, hair bonding glue, and scissors. Okay, so I got 2 packs of hair because I have a lot of hair and I want them to be full. I got 18 inches, which isn't super long, but long enough, and I got the color 1B. Make sure what you get matches your hair color. This is very important. Okay, great. So now we've opened our hair and we've rolled it all out. You need to measure your first piece. So hold it up to your head, see how wide you'd like your piece. And then once you figure that out, you're going to go ahead and double it. So we want to have 2 wefts that we end up with by the end of this. So go ahead and press them together, make sure they're lined up correctly. Get your scissors and cut them. Now we have 2 tracks here that are the same size. We are now going to glue them with our bonding hair glue that we have here. So go ahead and unscrew the top, and we're just going to line the bottom track here along the weft. Try your best not to get it on the hair and more so on the weft, because that's what's really going to stick them together. If you prefer to sew your wefts together instead of gluing, you can do that too. So once we've glued the bottom weft, we're going to go ahead and very carefully stick the second track onto the bottom track very, very carefully. Okay, go ahead and add a little bit of pressure there to get it to kind of stick. If it gets on your finger, totally fine. Just rub it and it just rubs right off. That's why I love this glue. I try not to get it on clothes though. That's the only thing. Okay, so on to the fun part, clip time. Okay, so we have our doubled weft, which makes it a nice full clip in. You're gonna open up your clips and you're going to lay them out on the hair to figure out how many clips you wanna add. For this size of a piece, 2 is probably fine, but sometimes 3 is best just for that extra secure hold. So it's up to you, whatever you feel like doing. Okay, it's time to choose our needle here. Most people have a sewing needle available at home, so that's what I'm gonna use, but I actually prefer the C-shaped needle. It's a lot thicker, but sometimes they don't fit through these holes. Whichever needle you decide to use, just make sure they fit through the holes of your clip. This is weaving thread and it's for the C-shaped needle, so if you're using that, use this one. I'm not using that one, but I'm using this one because it's thinner for my sewing needle. So make sure you use the right thread for the needle that you're using. Okay, it's time to thread our needle. Go ahead and thread it on up. Put the thread through the hole, pull it through, make sure they're even, tie a knot at the end, and if there's a lot of extra after the knot, go ahead and just snip that off. Make sure you don't cut it too close to the knot because then it could unravel when you pull it tight. Congratulations, you've made it this far. Okay, so now it's time to start sewing these on. Your clips are two-sided, obviously. It's got this front part here, and then it's got the back part. Go ahead and open up the clip and that little back support piece is what's going to lay against the weft. Okay, so make sure you pop them open and keep them open while we sew them on. Okay, just to make sure you have them on the right side. Okay, so make sure they are put on correctly. I don't know how many times I've accidentally sewn them on the wrong way. Okay, yeah, actually, I'm too embarrassed to tell you how many times, but I've done it a few times. So go ahead, put the needle through the hole, and make sure it goes through the weft. If it doesn't go through the weft, this is not going to hold. If you're using the C-shaped the C-shaped needle and thread, go ahead and put it through maybe twice. But if you're using the thinner thread and the sewing needle, go ahead and do it at least 3 times through. And don't feel bad if this is difficult for you. The first one's going to be the hardest one, but I promise once you get through that one, it just kind of speeds along and it becomes a lot easier. You get the swing of things a lot faster. Okay, and we're just going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Make sure you tie a knot at least twice when you're done threading it through to make sure it stays. That has to be done correctly or your clip will slip. You really don't want that. Once you've tied your knots and they're secure, go ahead and snip off the extra thread. And then repeat the whole process for all of the clips that you install on your weft. So here are all my 5 billion clip-in extensions that I made. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'll get a little closer so you guys can see. It just added, enough length so that it didn't look awkward and that weird length I didn't like. And it also gave me a little volume, which I absolutely love. It's really great, inexpensive, and I encourage all of you guys to make your own that you just have for whenever you need it. And let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Thank you guys for watching.